slept in 3 weeks.
He sent me another email from some guy complaining about the show. Can Elo not send me these things? I don't care about I care about our XM listeners. Believe me, I do. Because the ones that understand and appreciate the show and know what's going on and everything are fine. But he's sending me these one out of a million guys that are bitching about shit they don't know about. And this guy left his name and phone number. He'll be getting a call from me tonight. I'm going to personally call him.
Why don't we call him on the air? And can you get the post that from Anthony from yesterday? That was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Some guy thought we had a really bad show yesterday. I say we did not have a really bad show yesterday.
It wasn't a really bad show. It wasn't one of those shows where we leave, like, high-fiving each other, but
we've done a lot worse.
Yeah, believe me.
And Anthony just went off on this guy. I got to read your post.
What's the complaints, though? What are most of the complaints?
Well, because, the first half of the Opie and Anthony show, it's on commercial radio, so they're playing a lot of commercials. So over here at XM, they're playing filler. Okay, so we're trying to get enough filler into the system so it doesn't get tired and old. And I guess finally, starting Tuesday, even though we asked for this a long time ago, the show's going to be officially on steroids, where they take out all the filler during the replay, so you don't have to wait for live programming or that day's programming. And then as soon as the CBS show ends, the XM show is going to begin. And then as soon as the XM show ends, the CBS show is going to begin immediately. And because of the system they had down in Washington, they had to throw like a half hour, 40 minutes filler in between shows, all sorts of dumb things.
So a lot of people aren't mad that you guys.
So I think Tuesday it's gonna be pretty good.
Calm down.
We'll have to listen and find out what the bugs are there. But
here's an email received from Patrick J. Hinkle.
Ugh.
Yeah, Mr. Hinkle writes.
Patrick Hinkle is a douche.
I have been an XM subscriber since March of 2005, and that was so I could have O&A back since I was a listener from back on Infinity.
Were you?
Can you explain to me after today how the CBS move is not a big F you to all of us on XM? You have taken 2 hours from us, and now we pay for tons of filler. Then they go to XM and just seem to count the minutes till they can leave. Jeez. I don't see a signal benefit. A signal benefit, you idiot. To us XM subs. I only see the O&A cash grab just like XM's. I see you are daring us to cancel. Remember O&A, who was there 18 months ago and who couldn't be bothered to buy XM? Every terrestrial radio listener. Thanks, Pat Hinkle. Hey, and Pat, again, this was yesterday. He's pointing out yesterday's fucking show. He's pointing out yesterday's XM show as the prime example of everything you get every day here on XM. Well, if you weren't laughing your ass off today, take your radio, don't flush it down the toilet, sit on the toilet, shove it up your fucking ass, and shit it out, then eat it, and fuck your mother.
So people
Wow, you changed it a little bit.
You're a busybody.
I can't stand motherfuckers like this. Of course they are.
They were upset because it was something different, but I gotta tell you, since we made this unbelievable deal, I think the show's never sounded better.
And believe me, Pat Hinkle, we're getting emails from people. I am getting, for every one Pat Hinkle, I'm getting 100 emails from people that are digging the show, from people that didn't have satellite, that are, I'm freaking out, that love the show. Yes, sir. Yes, a combo.
What do you think of this? Pat Hinkle is full of tinkle.
Ooh, very good.
Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Are there any emails where the XM subscribers are very happy with the situation?
Yes. There are people that like it. They get more show. They're enjoying both parts of the show. Yeah, plenty of them. But then you get these idiots like this motherfucker who is basing everything, like he said, explain to me after today, because he wrote this yesterday, how the move is good. They just sit there and, count the minutes till they could leave. We did that yesterday, and 11. It was a bit. It was a bit. Opie wanted out because it was his birthday and he had plans. So we had planned weeks before, a week ago, it was planned that we were leaving on Opie's birthday at 11. So we didn't sit there counting the fucking minutes. And the bit was, Opie left 5 minutes before 11, and me and Jimmy were joking that we were counting the minutes to leave. It was a joke, Pat fucking Hinkle, you cunt!
How do people get in touch with Pat J. Hinkle.
Now I gotta explain to the likes of a Pat Hinkle that was a goof, that we were literally counting the minutes to leave.
Can I explain further, too?
Your mother's a cunt, Pat Hinkle.
That's right, Pat J. Hinkle.
I hope she gets fucking tit cancer.
Hold on.
And you know what the J stands for?
Fuck
Jew.
Pat Hinkle.
Pat's a Jew.
Hold on.
Fuck Pat Hinkle.
Let me explain the other thing, too, because...
Fuck Pat
I hate that guy.
With this, hold on. With this new deal too, you know, we're allowed to go home right at 11.
Yeah.
Anthony and I and Jimmy, we decided, you know, people are a little wondering what's going to happen. You know, it's a new thing, so we took it upon ourselves to continue going after 11, giving them a little extra show, figuring, you know, we gotta give a little extra. We don't get paid starting at 11, right? But
our guest.
Oh, I know. We'll get to him in a second. He heard cunt 4 times. He's okay.
I'm sorry, sir.
All right, listen. So we didn't tell anybody, and we were going to 11:30.
Hope there's been no tragedies in his family.
Forget.
Okay, so we go, but we do. We go longer.
I give up.
Especially at the beginning here.
I give up.
Hey, Opie, what's going on with Ron and Fed?
I think you need
Don't
to
start another subject. There's 5 on the table right now.
Holy
shit, are you insane?
You know what? People probably think we're joking. I think.
Are you insane? I'm trying to explain 4.
Opie.
And you just added another one.
Opie, people probably think we're joking. We're joking. Now,
all I'm saying is...
No, I think before you say it, so people don't think we're joking, I don't think Opie should be saying this.
I'm not stepping out of character.
I think you need...
No.
To step out of character.
No, I will not. Because I take that very seriously when I step out of character.
Well, then I'm not going to believe any of this.
My name is Greg Hughes, and I'm an actor, and I play a part called Opie on the Opie and Anthony show.
Right.
But I'm not doing that today.
Okay.
So all I'm saying is, so we started going 11:30 out of the kindness of our heart, knowing people are a little apprehensive about the new deal we made. So instead of people realizing that, they're like, look at these lazy fucks. They're supposed to go to noon, and they're leaving at 11:30. No, we're supposed to go home. We're supposed to go home right now, because if we hit spots, it'll get us to 11.
Right.
We did that.
Let's go.
I know.
After all that, let's go.
It would be funny if we cut out
should just leave.
At 10:58. There you go, shit dicks.
There you go. Blame it on Pat Hinkle.
But this is what's unbelievable to me. We did that on our own. Decided to just give them more show because people are apprehensive, like I said.
Yeah.
Instead, we get people yelling, screaming that we're lazy because we're not staying till noon. We don't have to stay till noon.
Pat.
The channel stays open until noon. Some days we might make it to noon. Some days we're going to leave when we're supposed to, which is 11 a.m. And as far as yesterday, for my birthday, I made a new thing with myself because I take my personal life a lot more seriously these days. I said to myself, I'm taking my birthday off every fucking year. I did it last year.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it this year. The only reason we didn't take off yesterday, because this is something I want personally, we all have things we want to do personally, was because we just started this new deal going back to commercial radio. So I'm like, wow, that would be a real dick move to take off my birthday.
Right.
But no one knows that. And so now I feel like we have to yell and scream and tell the people what we're doing.
Pat.
Because these people on the message boards will just trash you. We weren't supposed to work yesterday.
Remember owing it.
We get days off, and I chose.
Who was there?
I chose if we get a certain amount of days off every year. You know what? I want my birthday off. It's just a personal thing I want. But I knew I couldn't do it yesterday, so we worked. And so on top of working, we get this ass and another one I'm about to read, just trashing us for having a subpar show. And I argue the point. I think we had a great show yesterday.
And we've had awful shows. But let me tell you something. No one said anything because nothing had changed. We were doing the XM show or even the show at NEW. We'd have a bad show. We get called out by a couple of people, but then they use it like, oh, so this is what we get all the time?
Well,
you're like a little bitch who notices one fucking thing that you fucked up, and all of a sudden you fuck it up all the time.
Here's the post.
Like a bitch. That's what you are, Pat Hinkle. A little fucking bitch.
Well, it gets better. It really does get better. So I was on all the message boards yesterday reading the happy birthday wishes. I thought that was cool, so I was checking it out, right? And then this one drew my attention. It was on Whackbag. It was this ass. I don't know his name right now. Dickie Boy. Dickie Boy posted, I sure hope this isn't a preview of things to come for XM subscribers, because today was probably the worst XM show I have heard so far.
He started the thread, and what's the thread entitled?
I don't know now.
It's up. You can find it there.
Oh, you're killing
right
me.
at the top of the page.
Right. It's Tuesday's show was awful.
Yeah, he starts the thing as Tuesday's show was awful. So important, it couldn't go under the regular show thread, which they have every day.
Right.
It had to go under his own fucking thread.
Does Dickie Boy realize that one of the biggest highlights happened yesterday on the show he thought sucked?
Yeah.
Stalker Patty screaming for her life as we were singing Happy Birthday.
Happy Birthday.
It doesn't get much better than
the
that,
horror
people.
show.
Dickie Boy has a bee in his bonnet.
So listen, Dickie Boy, post this. I sure hope this isn't a preview of things to come for XM subscribers, because today was probably the worst XM show I've heard so far. I hate getting the tired, used-up O&A after the CBS show.
Oh.
First of all, it's the Opie and Anthony show. People are trying to split it like, oh, well, they did this for CBS and this for us. No, we did that for XM too, because you were listening to the really good stuff in his mind that was on CBS yesterday morning.
Right.
All right. So then Anthony, I love when Anthony just says, you know
4
what?
minutes.
Before we leave?
Yeah.
See,
because of Pat Hinkle and Dickie Boy.
That's right.
We'd have stayed till noon.
We'd have stayed till 1:40. Pat J. Hinkle.
All right, listen. So this is Anthony's response to Dickie Boy, the post I just read. Yeah, that's it. We put on a good month of shows since we've been on CBS and XM, but we have one off day on XM, and I got to read the old, I sure hope this isn't a preview of things to come for XM subscribers, ... This, by the way, is a perfect example of a post that pisses the show off. Nothing constructive whatsoever. Just a bullshit insult based on one show out of hundreds. I'll be honest with you. Me and Jimmy just weren't feeling it today. When one out of the three of us are a bit off for the day, the other two can pick up the slack. But when two of us are in a funk and can't seem to think like we do every other day, it shows. It's very rare, but it happens. Excuse fucking us. Preview of things to come. Eat my fuck.
I did write eat my fuck.
I love eat my fuck. That's wonderful. Fucking relax, Dickie Boy. I'm sure you aren't golden every day at the fucking fry machine.
Oh! I had to. The guy fucking pissed me off so bad. Me and Jimmy even discussed it after yesterday's show. We said, like, God, you know, I wasn't feeling it. Like sometimes when things happen, today's an example. Things are happening. We're talking about the anti-Semitic happy days, and we're going back and forth, and thoughts are popping in your head. Sorry, motherfucker. Some days, it just doesn't happen like that. And then people pick up on it like, oh, is this going to be a preview of things to come?
Look, man.
Let's be honest. We're just not that brilliant.
Man. I'm tired of your excuses. I'm tired of your excuses for not being funny for 6 hours a day.
Yeah, every fucking day.
You understand? That's some fucked up shit. You guys are, you know what? You're cheating the people.
Yeah, we're cheating Dickie Boy and fucking Patrick J.
3 minutes.
I'm disgusted with you guys lack an ethic.
And let me tell you, you got one of the worst fucking names I've ever heard in my life.
We still got
Patrick
the top 5 worst sequels of all time, by the way.
Well, we better get to them, because we're just kind of going through the motions.
Scott in Florida, what's up? That should have got a bigger laugh. That was a good fucking line. I think we're all tired, and I think we
I actually didn't know if you were serious.
Well, we're giving him a half-ass show.
But it was a good line. What?
I'm just kind of on this. I love the FM part, actually, and I'm an XM subscriber. I love the FM. It just seems like your guests, you get really good guests over there, and they do the walkthrough. And for the most part, they kind of sound bored on the walkthrough, and then they get to the XM show, and then they leave, and then they got someplace else to go.
Because
you guys do the.
Oh my God! Are you guys ever gonna get the fucking way radio works?
You guys do the.
How many hours did Dennis Leary do on our show yesterday?
I agree.
The average. Holy shit! I can't take these dummies.
You're a dummy, Scott.
The average celebrity is supposed. The average.
Holy
shit! Will you fucking listen to me? And I'll explain to your stupid brain.
And you always complain how spent you are, Opie. You're always saying, God, I'm spent. I've got to go home.
I haven't said that in a while. First of all, I've been re-energized by this new... You guys are such fucking assholes.
Nitpicky little bitches.
Scott,
you're a nitpicky bitch.
Let me like lower Scott so I can explain. These guys don't understand what they have with this radio show. Dennis Leary did almost an hour and a half, maybe even longer of radio yesterday.
Yeah.
You don't get that from any other radio show. An average celebrity interview is supposed to be 20 to 30 minutes tops. Every once in a while, you get a guy who's like, hey, I'm having fun. I'll hang for an hour.
Right.
This fucking guy's pissed off because Dennis Leary went home after doing an hour and a half of radio.
But you should know, I'm on your side.
Go ahead, Scott, go.
I don't want you on my fucking side!
You don't have to deal with these people. Just put these people like me on hold.
Yeah, but Scott, but
just leave them on hold. Never even deal with them.
But Scott,
and don't even mention how people complain because it doesn't give a fuck. Just
yeah, but Scott,
the show.
Yeah, because that's what we're doing.
You did. A lot of the second show.
You are such a dick, Scott. You are such a dick, Scott. You are such a dick, Scott. You are such a dick, Scott.
Scott.
You are such a dick, Scott.
Wow.
You are such a dick, Scott.
All right.
You are such a dick,
Now,
Scott.
how could you not like him?
You are such a dick, Scott.
He's doing a wah-wah penis. How could you not like him?
Penis. Wah-wah penis.
How do you like that, Scott? How do you like that, Scott? How do you like that? How do you like that? How do you like that? How do you like that, Scott?
Scott, what do you want to say?
Scott's done.
Oh.
Bruce from Louisiana, I just want to address that real quick. Bruce.
Yeah, I was just going to ask Anthony. I got, how the fuck old are you that Dan Garlitz is the only drag racer you could come up with?
All right, sir. It's Don Garlitz. And the reason I brought him up is he was racing at the same time Shirley Muldowney was. It would have been silly for me to pick a drag racer that's racing now and say that she's attractive to him when they're in two different time periods. So I picked a race.
All right, my fault.
All right, you're damn right, Bruce from Louisiana. Let's break.
And
Thank
one
you,
more
sir.
thing.
No, one thing.
Next time, hold up. Next time
No, one thing.
Hold on, I want to hear what he has to say.
Okay.
What?
Remember, hit the water, hit the water, hit the water.
All right.
What happened?
I think we made a helicopter crashing reference, but we didn't even
Can we break
care.
down what just happened on the show?
Nervous breakdown?
Well, I had a nervous breakdown.
Yes.
I know that. My fifth of the week.
Jesus.
Anthony had to rack his brain to come up with a drag race driver from the same era as blah blah.
Shirley
So
Muldowney.
Why?
Because
cares?
the reference wouldn't have been right if I used
If my life depended on it, I couldn't name one.
Richard Pryor.
One.
Wendell Scott.
Drag racer.
I just wanted my reference to be accurate. That's all.
You don't need to be that accurate. It makes us all look really bad.
No, I try. I want to be. I try to be informed.
All right.
Are we? We're not to number one yet, are we?
No, top 5 sequels of all time. We'll get through this and we'll get out of here. Patrice O'Neal's going to be at Caroline's all weekend long, starting tomorrow night. 212-757-4100. Number 5, worst sequels of all time. I think I popped something in my...
Oh, yelling until your veins just go.
Something popped on the right side. I might have to have that checked after the show.
You might want to have that checked.
It didn't sound right. I wanted to ignore it, but it just didn't. It
heard like a snap, like when you pop the bubbles, that packing bubbles,
right.
And then your voice kind of went.
I felt something kind of just go on the right side over here.
You're not supposed to. It sounded like a hip.
Yeah. There might be a problem. I'm not even kidding. Okay.
This nigga broke his throat.
Oh my God, that hurt.
That nigga broke his
These guys
throat.
get me so fucking frustrated. We're giving them so much show. We're trying our best. We're still trying to figure out the kinks, but I think this is great.
Opie has an Adams grate now.
I think things are going very well so far. The guests are getting better.
Adam's applesauce.
The walkover is like an amazing new bit. I love the dump report thing. We're getting bigger guests. We're going to have bigger events because of this thing. And I think the first half of the Opie and Anthony show forces us to get into some serious, radio instead of doing the hang all morning.
Right.
Because we only have a certain amount of time. So we feel like, all right, we got to get our energy up and get into things. We've been doing the same bit here for 2 hours.
2 hours, you bastards.
All right, this
making us yell at you.
This would have taken 3 days on the commercial radio stations.
Quick radio question, sir.
Yes,
I'll answer it.
Why can't you do what you did just now and just do this So from 6 to 9, if it drags out that long.
Because the queue won't allow it, and what happens is when Arbitron wants to know what the 18 to 34 queue is, it just can't happen.
Oh, my God.
Shut up! Shut up!
Technically, Arbitron has a way of looking at 1839 men, but that demo is never the same in all the markets.
Quiet.
Because sales has to know.
Quiet.